Well, good morning, everyone. Today, I'm proud to present you my 2020 Honda Civic EXL hatchback. So, I will give you a quick tour of the inside and out. I may make this a two-parter, so the first part may be for the outside and the second part will be for the inside. Depends on how my phone works for me today. But other than that, I thought I'd go ahead and do this video, show you what I've been up to. I know I haven't really made a video in a while, and you're probably wondering what's going on with the 12 Civic. Well, the 12 Civic has been replaced by this. Now, the reason why, I'll go ahead and give you a quick walk around, give you a good look at the vehicle while I talk about what went wrong. So, with the 12 Civic that I had for about 8 years, I've had to put a lot of money into fixing certain things, such as the oil pump going out. The pressure switch was also out as well, along with the oil pump. And then about 2 years later, in 2020, last year, the starter motor had went out. The timing chain case was leaking a little bit of oil, and also the drive belt had to be replaced. That was the last year in March. But in April of 2018, the oil pump and the pressure switch had went out. So that was a major fix. And how I knew was what they told me, because when I started, I think when I started up the vehicle, I started hearing a lot of like a rattling sound going on, like something wasn't really pumping in the engine, and it did kind of sound like it wasn't pumping at all. It failed around maybe 150, something like that, and then the starter motor had failed a little around like 200,000. That's when I sold the car, because it was getting too much money into repairs, and in between those two repairs, it was a $800 fix for the front and rear sway bar links and the rear shocks. It was actually getting a little bit up in miles and needed a lot of, probably going to be needing some future repairs, which was going to cost a lot of money. And of course, my warranty didn't cover everything that it was supposed to, so I ended up coming out maybe altogether $4,600. It just wasn't worth the money to do it. I did plan on last year getting a new vehicle. I didn't think it was going to happen this soon, when I ended up hitting a pothole so hard, it ended up damaging this rear shocks and messing the alignment up. And that was last year on 4th of July. About a week later, when I got the word on what was going on, I thought it was one rear shock going out. Nope, both of them went out. It was going to be a $1,200 fix. I told the guy no. I told my service writer no. Just go ahead and just give me my car back, because I wasn't going to fix it. I'd rather go ahead and just take that money and put it in towards a new car. And lo and behold, this is what you have here, the replacement. Now, as you seen earlier in the walk around, I did transfer the plates over to the new car, and I really do like this design. This is model year number 4. There's only about 5 trims for this model year. You have the LX, the Sport, the EX, the EXL, and the Sport Touring. Now, earlier, for the first 3 model years, you can get the LX, Sport, EX, EXL with nav, and the Sport Touring. Well, this model year, you do not get the nav. This model year in this trim, you do not get navigation as an option. You have to go to the Sport Tourings to get the navigation, the leather, the rear heated seats. You also get the rain sensing wipers on the Sport Touring. You do get the full LED headlights on the Sport Touring only. No LED fog lights whatsoever on any trim, but you do get fog lights on Sport trims and above. So this is model year number 4, and this is also trim number 4, the EXL. For 2021, you do not get the EXL trim whatsoever. They eliminated that trim for 2021, but you do get this body style. The only and you do get only one engine with this body style, which is the 1.5 liters direct injected turbo, which is standard across the whole board of the hatchbacks. And I do believe for 2022 they may bring the EXL back, but I also do believe that for all the body styles except for the coupe, since the coupe has been discontinued for 2021, after 2020 they weren't going to make another Civic coupe. So I do believe that 2022 will have the turbo engine in all their trims this time. I do believe that will happen for 2022. I'm just not really, I just can't confirm it as such right now. But yeah, this is the updated version with the new design wheels. I do like the 5 split spoke look instead of the other look that was on it previously. The front fascia is a refresh. The blacked out headlamps are way better than the chrome. It really looks murdered out, especially when you get it in this color with the black grille. And then also especially when I did the smoked out side markers as well, especially with the dark finish gray wheels. It really looks murdered out with a little bit of chrome on it. I do like some chrome, kind of brighten it up a little bit. I did add a lot of the accessories on here. There's like one more accessory I could add on this car, which is from Honda, and that is actually the seat back protector for the back seats, which I will get pretty soon. I do plan on getting, since this is a hatchback, I do plan on getting a rear bumper protector, as I do not want this bumper to be scratched up over time. I do plan on getting some kick plates for all the doors, for the door seals. And I do plan on getting a roof rack on this car, as I do have a bike in the house. I do have a bike in the house that I'm willing to transport, because I will be, probably sooner or later, will be in the process of moving. So I do want to get something to transport the bike a lot easier, and without even, putting anything on the back. I don't really want to do that, especially when you have a dual exhaust system on here. And I did add the exhaust tips on the back. You can see I have stickers on the back as well, and also on the back window. So I will tell you what I have done with this car, what I have done to it. But first, let me tell you how many miles is on it right now. I did buy this car with 52 miles. Right now it has about 20,400, maybe 20,500 miles on it right now. I just drove up here just to do this video. And plus I do have a longer distance for work, and I had it since July 11th. So July 11th was when I took delivery of this vehicle. I absolutely loved it. Just imagine what it looked like without all the accessories. I bought all the accessories and stuff separate from the bill, because I didn't want my payment to be extremely high. So the first thing I did do, I did go ahead and get the blind spot mirrors on here, as I always do with every car. That's the first thing I do. The second thing I did do was get a custom sunshade for the windshield, along with getting the chrome door handle covers. And then later on, I got the all-weather mats from Honda, along with the cargo tray. I did get the windows tinted. That was like the next thing I did after that. I got the windows tinted, 35% ceramic tint all around. That's the legal tint. And then after that, after the tint dried and everything, I was able to go ahead and get the visors. The moonroof visor was the first thing I put on, and then I put the door visors on. And then later on, I think in September, that's when I went ahead and got the body side molding and the chrome lower door garnish on here as well. That was the last thing I did. That was actually the last thing I put on this car. And then after I did all the accessories and stuff like that, I started getting into the lighting. Like I said, if you look at my last video on my night video that I showed you, I did upgrade the headlights to LED, the low beams to LED. I will be planning on upgrading the high beams to LED and possibly the fog lights to LED. I may just get an LED fog light assembly with the LED built in instead of just getting the bulb. And I did get I did put the chrome trimming on the back of the mirrors. Now the chrome trimming on the back of the mirrors and the door handles, the chrome door handles, that's more likely a nod to the Civic Tourings that you see out here on the road. You don't get that on the Sport Tourings at all. It looks kind of plain looking, but you do get the but on the Sport Tourings you do get the turn signal mirrors. You don't get that on this trim. I wish it did come with that though. Like I said, I do plan on getting some door sill scuff plates. I do plan on getting those, as I do not want this scratched up over time. I did find some on Amazon. They are like a stainless steel with some with a black. Yeah, it's black and stainless steel. I did see some on Amazon. It's about $38, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up. I did put some door edge guards on here so I can protect the doors on all four of the doors. But my favorite part about this car is the gas cap, which there is none. There is no gas cap on this car. So it's capless fuel filler. So you just tap it to spring it open. It's capless fuel filler. It takes regular gas. It can take premium if it wants. It does lock with the vehicle, as there is a mechanism inside. Like I said, the dual exhaust tips were added to bring those exhaust tips out. And like I said, this is the updated version with the updated fog light bezels and the rear vent bezels as well, with the body color bar in there. I did add the turbo badge, but I may think about maybe replacing this with maybe a 1.5 badge, a 1.5 liter badge, which I did see on eBay, and maybe put a turbo sticker under where the brake light is instead, like all the other Canadian specs have. I do plan on maybe getting some turbo decals for it. I haven't really decided on it yet. I may just get 3. There's turbo decals that I can probably put right near the rear fender, and also the one with the Canadian spec Civic hatchbacks where the turbo decal is actually on the back window. But you don't find the turbo decals on the hatchbacks on the side fenders. Only on the sedans and coupes you do. Now, continuing with the lighting, this is an LED tail light, but there was an incandescent bulb in here for the brake light. I changed that to an LED. I also changed the reverse light to an LED. All the interior lighting, such as the cargo area, the map and dome lights, and also the glove light box, has been converted to LED, except for the vanity mirrors with the lights. Those are regular incandescent bulbs, which I plan on never to even touch. I don't plan on replacing those because I don't want the light shining in my face like that. Now now you do get the lane watch camera for this generation, but I do believe next generation they have eliminated it for 2022, the 11th gen. I do believe the 11th gens do not have it, as from what I've seen in pictures. But we'll see. It's supposed to come out sometime this year in the spring. I'm not really sure what date. But I am so sorry for the dirtiness of the car. It has been raining on and off, and plus we got a lot of pollen, and I'm allergic to pollen, so I want to make this video real quick. So you can see I have a shark fin antenna on the roof for the satellite radio. You do have a rear wiper, as all hatchbacks do. Maybe traditional hatchbacks, but there are some hatchbacks that don't have it. And let me go ahead and show you the trunk space. The trunk space is awesome. You do have a backup camera, and there are 3 modes to this backup camera. I'll show you that when we get on the inside. But the cargo area is absolutely tremendous. It's about maybe 25.7 cubic feet in here. That's with the seats folded up. When you fold the 60-40 seats, the 60-40 split seats down, this is the 40, there's the 60 right there. When you fold them down, you get about maybe 47.7 cubic feet, if you know, from what I remember. This does come off. You can actually take this off if you want, and you can actually switch this from one side to another. I'm not going to do that as I'm using one hand right now to cover up all your items and stuff like that, you know. I do like the clear third LED brake light. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it on the outside. But like I said, the wheels are absolutely what sold me on this car. The tires are filled with nitrogen, and they are wrapped in Continental Conti. I think they're Continental Pro Contact tires. Eventually, I do plan on getting some Michelins on this car, as I do like the Michelins a lot better. But they are 17 inches. They're about an inch up from what I had on the 12, which were 16s. Now, since I'm going to show you, there are some features that I do love about this car. This car does have remote start. It is equipped with remote start here. So here's the smart key. It has push button ignition, like if you remember the first video. So I do believe that, you know, this is on all of them. And then this is kind of something that they had on the Accords in the past. This is actually new to this generation anyways, I think for 17s and up. But I absolutely love this feature. You have, you can actually roll all 4 of the windows down and open the sunroof at the same time with the remote when you unlock the vehicle. So I'm gonna lock it right now, and I'm gonna do the remote start first. So it is equipped with remote start. And it will run for about maybe 10 minutes. If you want an additional 10 minutes, you just have to hit the lock button in the remote start again, and it will add an additional 10 minutes where you get the 20 minutes for it to run. So I'll go ahead and turn it off. Now, to unlock the vehicle and roll the windows down with the remote, you just hit the lock button twice. So you go 1, 2, the second time you hold it. And as you see, all 4 windows roll down and the sunroof opens up all the way. So you can do this on the outside as well. You can also roll them down with the key. But to roll them back up with the key, you just stick it into this slot right here, into the door, into the lock mechanism. And after 30 seconds, if there's no activity, it will relock after 30 seconds if you don't open the door within. So just lock, and you hold it, and you roll the windows right back up, along with the sunroof as well. It's one of my favorite features. It's actually a pretty good feature to have, especially if you have all your windows up and there's no ventilation going on. You know, it will be great to let all that hot air out. Same way with the remote start. You know, either hot or cold days, you know, you can cool the vehicle down on the inside or warm the vehicle up on the inside on those certain days, you know, before you step inside and start freezing or burning yourself to death. But yeah, I love this car. There's some other things I want to get to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right now. And part 2, I'm gonna do a part 2 with this video, and show you the inside of the vehicle. All right, guys. So stay tuned for part 2, and we'll take it from there.